Yo guys, we're back for another episode of our Bolton career mode on FIFA 19. Starting off today's episode, getting straight back into the games against Derby County. Going to be a big test this one, as Derby are a difficult side to play against. They are probably one of the best sides in the Championship at the moment, and hopefully we can get out of this losing streak that we have been on recently. We haven't been playing well recently, defensive wise or attacking wise, so hopefully we can get through that and hopefully get ourselves a win, back on these winning ways, back into the point again. In this game against Derby, we are at home, so we should be playing a lot better than what we have been. We should be getting the 3 points out of this game at home, and hopefully we can do that by playing some decent attacking football and not making so many mistakes at the back, which we do start out attacking on this game with Jason Lowe. And the first opportunity didn't come really until the second half, which this is in 51 minutes. It was the first time we had a real chance. As you see here, as Tuma gets played through, but unluckily the defender gets there and sends it out for a throw-in, which we do go ahead and take here. As you see, Tuma on that wing, about to take the throw, and he gives it to Olawoski, as he was more of a Oztuma was more of a threat in the middle that we was trying to get. As you see here, Grounds on the left hand side, we just try and pass the ball around a little bit, just to open up a little bit of space, not force it anything, and it worked out perfectly with Oztuma putting the ball in the back of the net to make it 1-0 now. It was a nice piece of play from the lads. They were passing the ball around very patiently, and they ended up paying off beautifully there with a nice finish into the back of the net to put us 1-0 up in our first time in the lead for the last few games, which is not brilliant, but at the end of the day, if it ends us taking out of this losing streak, then it's exactly what we need. And Oztuma is the man to do it, clearly. Put him on the pitch for this game. His pace absolutely destroyed the team when he was on there, and his dribbling and everything like that, and it worked out. Again, you see is the focal point of this attack, starting it off, threading the ball out wide to Sami Amiobe, who tries to flick the ball over his head, gets it a bit lost, but it does come out to Wolowoski with a first time cross, and what a beautiful cross. And the shortest man on the pitch, Oztuma, gets the header and makes it 2-0 in the 72nd minute. It looked like it was all but over for us. It looked like we was going to win this game, and what a beautiful first time cross there from Olawoski, just hitting it as soon as it hit its foot straight onto the head of Oztuma. The defenders didn't do well enough there, and Oztuma left with an open header to put into the back of the net, and he makes it 2-0 now. Almost certain that we were going to get the win in this game at that point. But as you see here, we do go ahead and go forward again with a brilliant pass out wide to Olawoski, getting us on the counter attack. He cuts inside, giving it to Amiobe, who gives it Oztuma, an absolute acres of space for Wildshut, but it wasn't the best of passes from Van Buren. We try and keep the ball, which we do exactly that. Joe Williams gives it to Oztuma, who takes a shot. And that first time shot was a very good one there from Oztuma. We were very unlucky not to end up in the back of the net. As you see here, he whips it to that far corner, but it doesn't quite go in the back of the net. And it does remain at 2-0. But for one of Derby's pretty much only attacks during this game, they come forward down the wing, cross a ball in, and what a stupid cross and stupid header that was. A brilliant piece of play. And it does end it in 2-1, bring them back within contention of getting the win. Oh, back level, shall I say. At least back level. As you see here, terrible marking again from Beavers. Ends up with a stupidly good header from Evans. Absolutely looping over the keeper and ends up in the back of the net to make it 2-1. At this point, it was the end of the game, but we were looking to hold out, which we did exactly that. As you see, it is the end of the game at 2-1. We end the 3-game losing streak with a 2-1 victory over Derby. Very happy with that. Chuma getting man of the match, 3 shots, 2 goals. He was unlucky to not get 3 shots, 3 goals with that shot that he had. Unfortunately, it didn't end up in the back of the net for him. But all the action came in the second half. Nothing happened in the first half. It was basically the first half was just played in the middle of the park and nothing happened realistically. But we do bring it back in the second and we end up getting the win. As you see, we go in and have our second or third scout report now on a few of the young English lads, but it was just a quick look as there was no one there really tempting my interest as we go into our second game now against Stoke City, a team that just came down, having a player in Tom Ince, who is the second highest goal scorer in the league up until this point. And Tyrese Campbell was a player to watch in this game as he did start the match. He was looking very threatening in every match he's played so far, and he started this one to hopefully bring us that little bit of pace and agility up front to hopefully cause some problems. Like I said, goal scoring has been our problem up until this point. Everything's been our problem up until this point, but we've really struggled for goals recently. So we did put Tyrese Campbell, the 18-year-old, up front, hoping that he can add that little bit of fire to the front of the pack. But as you'll see here, we do come forward on an attack with Sammy Amiobe just charging at the defenders. He gives it to Tyrese Campbell, who turns his man, takes the shot, and it's straight at the keeper. He definitely should have done better there, and it should have been 1-0. But now, obviously, just being a Premier League side, Stoke City know how to attack, and again we mess up and give away the ball in our own half, and Stoke keep coming forward with Afele with some brilliant passing triangles as they come inside with a beautiful 1-2 there, passing, trying to cross the ball in. Beavers makes the defensive save, but it does come out to Tom Ince, and it goes in the back of the net through the keeper's legs. And again, it's an absolute breakdown in the defence that's cost us the goal. As you see here, it just gets deflected off of him straight at Matthews, and it ends up in the back of the net from the deflection, goes through the keeper's legs. If it stayed where he was, it would have ended up being saved, but he tried to make the save, it didn't work, and Tom Ince gets his 7th goal in the season. And honestly, looking like a lot of a shambles at this point as they were attacking us non-stop. They were absolutely going for us. As you see here, they get the shot, but unluckily for them, it does go over the bar with a Fele's shot. It was a nice piece of play. It was a decent piece of attacking play, but luckily for us, the ball just goes flying over the bar. But straight from the corner here, it comes out to Joe Allen, who takes it past his man and smashes a shot, but luckily for us it goes just over the bar and doesn't go in the back of the net. It was a very nice piece of play there from Allen, but luckily again it was nearly a breakdown from a set piece, which wasn't looking at all interesting for me. As Josh Vela now charges through on the ball with Lloyd Dyer on his wing, he comes through, keeps charging into the box, whips a ball in, and Amiobe with an open volley smashes the ball against the bar. It was looking like it was going to be a fantastic finish from Amiobe straight into that top corner, but it didn't happen, and that is how that attack finishes. But if they try and play it out of their own half, we intercept the man on the ball, cross the ball in, and Amiobe this time doesn't mess up from the Dyer cross and heads the ball in the back of the net to make it 1 apiece now. He messed up the previous one, but he wasn't going to mess this one up. He nice and tidily headers the ball into the ground underneath the keeper and into the back of the net. It was such a good cross there from Dyer, let alone the header. It was a very, very nice header from Sammy Amiobe, and he's been the man that's scoring us the goals at the minute and actually keeping us in contention for a lot of these games. As you see, that does bring us back at 1 apiece, but in the 88th minute, they split the defence with Tom Ince coming down that right-hand side. He whips the ball in, and Bojan with an absolutely stupendous goal there. Honestly, when this had gone in, I thought, how the hell has this happened? Because again, realistically, the defender should have got there first. He shouldn't have messed about and waited for the ball to come to him. He did so, and he gets the cost of it. As you see there, he gets his leg in front of Beavers. And honestly, these two goals, I know it's harsh to judge him on that one, but honestly, both of these goals came from a Beavers mistake, and he was not playing well in these recent matches. As you see, he does put the ball in the back of the net. It was a nice finish, but I don't know why Beavers just tried to take the touch instead of smashing the ball clear. But that is how it ends, and it does mean we lose our 4th game in 5 games now. And honestly, the defensive play at the minute is just absolutely shambolic. The attacking play was quite good. In these 2 games, we wasn't attacking too badly. We just wasn't putting the ball in the back of the net in this match. But we did score a goal in this one, and a couple of goals in the last one. So the attacking play wasn't too bad, but the defensive play in this game was absolutely dreadful. But that is all for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next.